Hey guys, welcome back to the outdoors. Today we're going to be taking a look at these HDMI exhaust port tips. We're going to be putting on something way cooler, so stay tuned. So, a long time ago on a galaxy far, far away, really 2019, the time before COVID, and since then GM's given you a option to have dual exhaust on the 1500 pickup truck. Usually comes with Z71. It may come with a few other options. And it's what you see here. Two outlets. It comes off a Y out of the muffler. Actually, I think GM did a really good job with it. What I mean by that is they simplified things a little bit. The previous gen, if I recall, had 3 cats, one off each manifold and one before the muffler. This one just has 2. Less for thieves to steal, I guess, but it gives you the option to run true duals should you want to. Otherwise, in my case, I already changed out the muffler and moved the valve. I'll show a clip of that here in just a moment. Yeah, show me what you did again real quick.
Oh, got the pipe here, muffler welded, all the ends here. Just cut it off at this point. Right here.
Yeah, valve's gone and everything.
Valve's gone.
So this truck already has the Borla Attack crate muffler, and it already sounds pretty good. I'll leave that link below so you can watch the full video as well as the part number and things like that in the description. What's next is to remove these exhaust ports. Now from a design standpoint, I don't mind them. The shape's fine. Some people make fun of them, like I said, HDMI port. So be it. You can take it or leave it. I do like that they're integrated into the bumper. They're not hanging low or in the way. They don't hurt your ground clearance, anything like that. But as you can see, this is a Trail Boss. Black bumper, black hardware, chrome tip. You can get a black tip as an option for another few $100s or whatever from GM. But, I got this truck off the lot, so this is what it came with. I don't like it. As you can see, it sticks out. So while we're changing out these tips, I'm also going to remove, hopefully I can get down so you guys can see it, the stock resonators. So we're going to have my local muffler shop give me a hand with that. We're going to cut those off and weld on a little pipe, as well as a new exhaust tip. I'm going to get a little bit of that work done now before we go to the shop, just to prepare for it. This is the tip once you take it off. If you're watching any other video like this or reading any of the forums, taking these 3 bolts out are really as advertised. They're really, really hard. I mean, this one, okay, not so bad. That one's difficult. That one's next to impossible, and that's on the driver's side here. You can see one's here, and there's one up top there. Now, right now, because the tip's off, yeah, I can get my hand in here, but with this on and this, all this right here, it's you can't get your hand back there. GM clearly puts these tips on and then installs the bumper. Anyway, there's the exhaust pipe. It's a pass-through. It doesn't actually connect to it. To make things a little easier, you can do what I did here, and you can take your side step off and mind your sensor if you have it. Then you can get into things from there. You can see the one attachment point there. A little bit easier to get it from here. Otherwise, you're really going to be busting up your knuckles trying to do this otherwise. So again, if you're watching any other videos like this, it's as advertised. I know it's dark. I'm losing some daylight, but just to give you guys a reference, there's where those 2 bolts are. And it's really, really hard to get your fingers up in here and trying to get a ratchet out of this. A couple things to note. As you saw there in the video, it was I was losing daylight there. It was pretty much getting to be nighttime. So plan ahead, make sure you have enough time or enough light. It's not something you're gonna get done in about 15 minutes. This took well over an hour, and you know, just plan your time ahead. Now, if you happen to have a right angle type drill where you can get in there, maybe it makes a little bit shorter work out of that, but I just had ratchets, as you saw there, so like most of us, that's what I had to use. This is the new tip. We can get these guys off of Amazon, and I'm pretty sure eBay as well. I'll leave the link below in the description. You guys can check that out. As you can see, black stainless steel, quad tip. The only thing I didn't realize I was getting is this end's being a little bit longer than this end. But you know what? Bumper's got a little bit of contour to it, so I think it'll fit in here quite well. It'll go in there something, not quite sticking out that far. I got the pipe here still, but something kind of like that. Give you guys the idea. It'd be black on black, which will look really, really nice. And it should change the sound because, again, this pipe basically stopped right there. That's the stock pipe, you know, into that. We're calling it an exhaust tip. It's really more of a bezel. And so having a exhaust tip actually welded onto that should actually sound pretty good. And what we'll do, we'll actually show that real quick in a quick demonstration. We'll start this out. You guys can hear what this sounds like the way it is. And again, it's got a Borla Attack crate muffler on there. So I'm not sure how well this phone camera is picking it up, but there's a slight change in sound having this up to it, you know, versus not having it up to it. So what's next is we're going to go to the muffler shop here a little bit later. We're going to have them lop off those resonators, weld on a short pipe, and weld on these tips. And that should really change how this sounds and looks. It should be back up there, a little bit faster. So this one, let's bump it up. All right, here's the big reveal. That's what she looks like. Way better than the Chrome HDMI ports we had on there before. Look at a few different angles here. They're a little lower than I thought when we had it on the lift. It didn't seem so low, but I tell you what, that still looks freaking great. So I do have them sticking out just a little bit there. That was intentional. You put them on, might as well make them look good. Nothing that sticks out, you know, that you crack your knee against when you're walking past the truck, but, you know, make it look really nice. Get underneath here. Looks like they did a pretty good job with some of the welds there. Here's the other side. Sticks out just a little bit. Same on both sides. Let's get a shot here underneath. It looks like some decent looking welds there. All right, like we showed earlier, we took these guys off. They're actually pretty heavy. And so in doing that, we definitely gained some volume between taking those off and adding the tips. I don't have any real scientific way of measuring this, although I can say it's louder, noticeably louder. If I had to guess, maybe 10 decibels. I could be wrong. The truck's been running a little bit, bringing it back from the shop, so I don't have a hard, you know, cold start for you guys to listen to, but I can fire up and give you guys a couple of reps. All right, guys, that wraps things up. This is a lot better than that. Definitely looks better, sounds better. Not gonna lie, it was a few $100. The tips were 100 and something, and a couple $100 to get it installed. Just to clarify, that covered the cost of the pipe, the hangers, the time for the guys to weld it in, cut the old stuff off. So you know, prices have gone up the last couple of years, but yeah, I'm happy I did it. Sounds great, looks great. If you like videos like this, hit the like and subscribe. Helps the channel out quite a bit. We'll see you next time.